go to page 12 and let's talk about the beneficial owner requirements. So now, why do we need to get this additional information for legal entities? Okay, so the requirement here in a nutshell is that we're going to find out who the beneficial owners are, and we're going to go through a three-step process. We're going to identify the beneficial owners, and we'll talk about what that is in just a moment. We're going to verify their identity, and then the person who's opening the account for that legal entity, they're going to certify that everything they gave you is true and accurate and up to date. Now, that's an added process. It's really kind of a headache. Why is this necessary? Well, if you're familiar with the things like the Panama Papers, it was in the news a few years back, or actually a lot of years back now. But this Panamanian law firm got hacked by a bunch of hackers. And when we started looking, they released all of this information from this law firm on the internet. And when you started digging through it, it really outlined how criminals were using American legal entities. So legal entities created in America, and they were using them to move money around. And it's really because it's very simple. You can create a legal entity in the United States, in any one of the states, and it's very easy. And then you can transact, you can move money, you can move assets around, you can move bank accounts around and exchange ownership and engage in that layering process independent of a financial institution, right? So what we found when we were looking through this, and it made it very clear, the American legal entities were the vehicle of choice for a lot of professional money launderers. They were using these legal entities. Now, why is that? It's because it's very easy to go into some states and create a legal entity. I can tell you, I actually created a holding company for a $10 billion financial institution in the state of Delaware, and I did it from the safety and comfort of my office in the state of South Dakota, right? I just typed in a few things. I swore on my honor as a Boy Scout that I was the secretary of the board and that I was authorized to fill out all these forms, and I submitted it. And in less than a half hour, I had this new legal entity, and I could operate with this new legal entity that was created in the state of Delaware. So it was very simple. It only took as long as it did because I couldn't believe how easy it was at the time. So it's very simple to create these legal entities, and then you can move money around. And so for that reason, now financial institutions need to find out who are the people behind these legal entities, and we need to keep up with it over time. And every time they open a new account, we're going to be gathering updated information, right? Because we're getting information at a point in time, because these legal entities can shuffle around so quickly. You've heard the term shell company. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's a shell, and you can move assets around with it. So it's part of that shell game. So now there are legitimate reasons to have a shell company and to have a legal entity, of course, but we're just gathering additional information, and that's part of this program.